Today's reading is Judges 6 through 7. Everyone loves an underdog. We have a hard time cheering for the giants and the super elite. There's just something special about seeing the little guy have his day. And that's the story of Gideon. He's an underdog. Again, Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. And so for their punishment, he gave them over to the Midianites. And part of the Midianites' oppressive strategy was to come and take Israel's harvest each time they would plant and sow. And so in order to stave off future attacks, Israel built caves, dens, and strongholds to hide out in. Needless to say, the land was greatly impoverished due to the Midianites. If we were to choose a man to lead Israel's armies, it's more than likely we would choose the strongest man in the nation. We desire the most qualified and capable person to lead and fight the battle. Perhaps that is why we are so troubled with the Bible. We are too wrapped up with physical abilities. And as we have seen time and time again, it's that God calls servants, not heroes. He picks the weakest and not the strongest. God comes to a man named Gideon and calls him mighty man of valor. Now, Gideon didn't see himself as a mighty anything, let alone a mighty man of valor. He was the least likely of candidates. He was just an obscure farmer who lived in the insignificant town of Orpah located in Manasseh. Furthermore, he was part of the crowd that hid when the Midianites would show up. That doesn't look like valor or might, but that's exactly who God was looking for. God was looking for someone who didn't trust in their own capabilities. So what is the Lord going to do to help? So what is the Lord going to do to help Gideon? Is the Lord going to give Gideon a huge army to lead? No. The Lord only allowed 300 men to fight alongside Gideon. Is the Lord going to equip Gideon's small army with superior armor and weapons? No. He's only going to let them use trumpets and broken pitchers. Furthermore, God is also going to strike fear in Gideon's enemies by having a man dream about a runaway barley cake. Beloved, the Lord employs feeble means to bring about victory for his people. Don't you see that if he can use all of these frail and weak instruments, that he can use you and me?